Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of Daredevil Born Again. This is episode 7. Last episode we ended with this back and forth edited sequence of Matt fighting Muse and Kingpin fighting Adam. And it was just kind of like a direct visualization of both of them falling back into their previous roles, and we ended with Matt being like, yeah, I'm here, like saving that girl. And now who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. So before we jump into this, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me watch more of Daredevil, because we only got like 2 episodes left, I think. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, let's jump into episode 7 of Daredevil Born Again.
When you look out this window, what do you see?
Garbage.
Starbucks? Voters?
Garbage.
Fear. A city turning to a stop. And I promised this city.
Okay.
Protect him from this freak. And we have nothing.
A girl named Angela Del Toro was dropped off at Presbyterian late last night. Says she actually escaped from Muse.
She's still alive.
She lost
Why would
a
she
lot
say
of
that
blood.
publicly?
She was able to point the cops toward Muse's hideout.
But how did she escape?
The girl claims she was rescued.
By the vigilante known as Daredevil.
Well, that's just gonna piss him off. He's like, I specifically told him
So he's back.
not to do
We
that.
don't know that for sure.
Get out.
Especially when he wants to be the one that's saving the city from Muse, not his literal arch nemesis.
He's back.
He's back. Voldemort's back.
It's okay. I'm here.
You tell me you recognize his voice.
I'm here.
She needs to get a hold of that amulet. Oh, okay, damn. Don't worry about that. It's exactly Matt's play. He's like, I'm gonna distract you. Matt's a freak. Matt knows exactly what he's doing. Master manipulator.
Matt, what's going on? You're checked out a large portion of the time. You put yourself in dangerous situations.
He's not going to be checked out anymore.
You're beat up.
He's going to be
You
in the
listen to
zone
yourself,
from now on.
No.
No, he didn't harm himself. He harmed some others. Chill out.
And sometimes this all feels, to me, feels like fake.
Oof. That's not what you want to tell her.
Fake.
Not you, not you.
I'm sorry to do this, but you have been tamping down trauma for so long.
Hey, no therapy talk.
You can't even see when it's bubbling up inside of you and threatens to ruin everything good you have.
I know.
I love you, Matt.
And he loves Karen. I want him and Karen back together. You're great, but you ain't Karen. He's memorizing the curves of your face.
I told you to stay out of
What
it.
was I supposed to do? The cops were dicking around getting nowhere. I found Muse in one night.
You want a medal?
He's a serial killer, Jerry.
Metal wouldn't hurt.
So do me a favor. Talk to your contacts.
No. If you want to blow
Okay,
up
then
your
you're
life
fired.
again, you go ahead. But you're on your own.
Cherry, listen here, man.
There was a time when you were on the force.
You're lucky to be
Almost
here.
like this. You called me.
We will fire you so quick, Cherry.
If he is going after Muse, it's not the worst thing in the world, is it?
For his image, it is.
I just mean, for the sake of the city.
He doesn't care about the sake of the city. He cares about the city seeing him
Talking about
as
a
the
man who
one that brought him in.
single-handedly destroyed 10 years of business infrastructure. You understand what I'm saying?
Were you gonna blow the city up, brother?
10 years I built that operation.
What do you mean?
It was totally fail-proof
You were gonna blow up the poor neighborhoods.
until he had me unjustly arrested. He took down my entire business, one that made hard-working people who believed in themselves and my enterprise richer than they ever dreamed of. An entire network of blue-collar millionaires.
Totally. You're a man of the working class, for sure.
Went on a rampage. He tracked down all my workers, custom facilitators, all of them.
And he beat the fuck out of them. And then he beat the fuck out of you.
Savagely beating them. He broke bones, broke spirits,
Hell yeah, you did.
because of his righteousness.
But you've moved on from that now, huh?
You're the man now.
I have more resources.
That's not what he meant.
Law enforcement.
He meant you have bigger things to
Using
focus on.
those to settle old scores could be seen as an abuse of power.
When I brought you over from your previous life,
He wanted a yes man.
can you recall why I said I hired you?
I believe you called it my ability to think asymmetrically.
Yes, Buck. Yeah.
You remind him of his previous assistant.
And then Daredevil kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah, he did.
Daredevil saved me.
Yeah, I heard.
Recognize the voice, I'm begging you. We're not gonna take down those bodies that are hanging up there.
You've been causing a lot of chaos, Luca.
Brother, you're gonna get murdered.
You're looking for attention. There are other ways.
Look, I'm a straight shooter. I don't do politics. We're not earning like we were with you. Most of us aren't earning at all. Then he sends the brick, ding me for nearly $2 million.
That was me.
It was better then. You know that.
Okay,
See it
still,
on your face.
you getting a little uppity. Forget your
Maybe.
place, Luca.
It's time for a change.
Are you asking for my permission or my help?
Por que no los dos? No one sees the real him.
Bastion Cooper. Who is he? And are you certain he's our guy?
Certain, no. Confident, yes.
How do you know?
Canvas.
This particular canvas is very rare, very expensive. There's
Yeah.
only 2 stores in the entire city that sell it. In the last 2 weeks, 12
They
people
tracked
have bought
the
it,
money.
and we have talked to 11 of them. We made some troubling discoveries.
A history of mass murder. He's done this
Voluntary commitment.
18
15.
times.
Expelled from Phillips Exeter.
How familiar are you with Taekwondo?
I like
Oh, he's
boxing.
a fighter.
Did I ever tell you I used to compete in Taekwondo?
His father hired Coach Lee to live with them and coach his son. Bastion was 16 at the time.
Did the coach die?
3 months after Coach Lee started training Bastion, his body showed up on the estate. Cause of death was listed as unknown, but there was
he killed
never
that guy.
an investigation.
In the end, I learned a lot from Coach Lee.
Like how the inside of a human body looks.
Do you still compete in Taekwondo?
God, no.
He did get in a fight recently,
All I
though.
ever wanted to be was an artist. That's all thanks to you.
That is kind of you to say, but I'm just the
No,
conduit.
you were the key. Don't you see that?
You should leave the room.
I mean, you unlocked something in me, Dr. Glenn. So something I didn't know was missing. You've allowed my creativity to flourish, to soar to heights I never even imagined.
He's killed 60 people because of you.
Let's talk about homework.
No, you're not listening to me, Dr. Glenn.
Do you have a panic button that you can press?
He's finally starting to see me for who I really am.
Does that mean you've been displaying your art?
Brother, you're bleeding.
You could say that.
Lick it. Lick it. Do something weird.
Becoming your true self can be scary. It's like you always say, we can't hide from ourselves. It's only when we embrace who we are we can truly
Brother,
be free.
that much blood did not come from your nose.
You already know, Dr. Glenn. I can see it in your face.
Single tier acting school. A subtle single tier.
This is a good thing. Now there are no more secrets between us. My true self.
Bastion, please.
Ryan, I know what you're thinking.
She needs to go to the bathroom real quick. She'll be right back.
One question on your mind right now.
How fast can you get to the door?
Can I make it to the door in time?
No, she could not. Matt's gonna stroll up and tell all these people to leave. I need to investigate. Oh, they all conveniently left. Oh, that one's mega detailed. You're probably gonna... Yeah, he remembers.
Oh, Christ. Hey! Shit.
Just... Not even an effort, just knocks him unconscious.
Bastion, what are you doing?
My name is Muse.
Bastion, please.
Don't fucking call me that! I am Muse! Muse. M-U-S-E. Was you. I read your books. I've watched you.
You're a freak, brother.
You understand who I am.
Please don't hurt me.
Honestly, I can't guarantee that.
I mean, you could. He needs to make more art. Using you. Exactly.
Please don't. Please don't.
My blood's not good. I got bad blood. It's not pretty blood. And she's afraid of needles. Why are you doing it like that, brother? Why are you doing it like, brother? That's all the way into her arm. That's like how people cut when they are actually trying to kill themselves.
Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Don't you care about all the people you killed?
No, he does. Not at all. Well, brother, I think you're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place here.
What the hell is that?
You gonna do the art right now?
Look at you. You can't even talk to me without that insane mask on. Anybody who needs a mask is a coward.
If only you knew. Your boyfriend's about to come save you. Stay down! Not try and get up. There's so much cutting in this fight. Holy cow. I think you can definitely tell the pre-revamp crew worked on this fight. Through his shoulder. Making artwork out of you, brother. He just got cut on the leg, though. His girlfriend's gonna figure it out when she sees that cut later. Damn.
It's all over. Heather. Hey, Heather. It's over.
You gotta leave, Matt. Time to go. Very poetic.
Roll me a bus ASAP. It looks like someone has stabilized the victim.
I'm here for more therapy.
You had a gun, part of some murder-suicide grand plan. There's something else, sir. You wasn't the only one up here.
What do you mean?
The Daredevil.
He was here. Daredevil.
Are you sure?
Positive.
It's gonna make him even more mad. I could have gotten out of couples therapy. Goddamn Daredevil.
What we do know is that you and your men did your job.
You killed Muse.
That you stopped Muse.
Yeah, he's trying to take the credit.
I'm here.
It wasn't a nightmare.
No, that really happened.
Listen, the doctor came by.
Don't
said you had
don't
minor
put that
lacerations, but no concussions,
left
so I
leg
can take you home.
close to her. She's gonna notice the cut.
You're gonna be okay.
You killed him, Matt.
You didn't have a choice.
Oh, she did. She had a choice. You were kicking his ass.
I know. I know because I know you.
There was someone else there. Right before Bastion transferred. And that's when he showed up.
Please tell me you recognize the voice.
You think?
None of these people hear Matt's whisper talking when he's Daredevil and connect the two.
You think he said my name?
Who?
Daredevil.
He's just trying to, ingratiate himself with you. Trying to keep you alive.
A masked man can no longer keep our city hostage.
I promised to keep our streets safe, and I delivered.
Yeah, that was totally you that did that.
Not to go, but to stay in.
Interesting. For someone ready to kill someone, you're being mighty loud.
Thank you, Buck.
Damn. Shouldn't have tried to kill him. At least, you know, could have been sneaky about it. You might have actually gotten it done. Okay, I have thoughts. It wasn't my favorite episode of the season, for sure. I don't think it was. It could have been my least favorite episode of the season, but that's just because like every other episode so far has been like rock solid. This one was just pretty good, and I think this one feels like it had the most of like pre-overhaul, if that makes sense, right? Because they had filmed basically the entire season, and then they like presented it to either like Kevin Feige himself or like someone. They presented it to someone, and whoever decided, they're like, nah, fuck all that. You're gonna refilm so much of this. And then they kind of overhauled a lot of it, brought back Karen and Foggy, brought back Frank, pretty much all that. So like everything, like literally everything from like episode 1 was all reshoots. I've heard the final 2 episodes of this season are mainly like the new overhaul stuff. But yeah, this episode, I think I noticed it most during the Muse fight. Just like how much of a stark difference there was in even just the previous episode. So like last episode, I feel like the fight in that episode felt a lot more like old school Daredevil, where they're kind of like, it's not cutty at all. Like they're pretty much not doing like a one take or anything, but they're doing these long shots that are kind of a little farther away. You can see the whole action. You can see Matt doing his flips, doing all these things, and it's cool. It's dope, and it's it's really good. This one, like, I think in that one fight alone, I feel like there was like 25 different cuts in the span of like 15 seconds. There was a lot of cuts. And I feel like the old school Daredevil team, I mean, they weren't all, like, not every single fight in old school Daredevil was like the greatest thing you've ever seen. Like sometimes it was clear they didn't actually hit that guy. Like they definitely missed when he did that flip kick or whatever, but no one cared because it, like, just the acrobatics of it all and the shot composition was dope. In this, it was a lot harder to tell, hey, did they do that? Did they not do that? Because it was just like cut. So I feel like that fight in particular was probably a product of the pre-overhaul team. And I feel like a lot, and like this episode didn't feature a lot of Vanessa. It had a couple shots of her. She's entirely post overhaul. All the couples therapy with her and Fisk is all like post overhaul. So it's very interesting trying to like pick out which little things are pre and post overhaul. But yeah, this episode, it was still good. I still liked the episode. It was still solid. It was just the worst one of the season, which, that's a high bar, right? When the worst episode of the season is still pretty solid, it's honestly remarkable how they managed to like stitch together 7 pretty solid episodes with, combining pre-overhaul and post-overhaul and like kind of making it into a coherent story. It's honestly wild how well they did, but it is what it is. But this episode pretty much ended the Muse storyline of the show, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting him to go out that quickly, but you know, I think they wanted to move on to the greater storyline, which is Fisk and Matt, and I think that's another product of the post overhaul stuff. Is, you know, like, I remember John Barenthal said like he wasn't gonna come back for the pre-overhaul, and then post-overhaul he was like so in that he decided he wanted to come back again, and now he's got like his own special that's gonna be happening. And most of the stuff that his storyline has been involved in was, you know, Matt talked to him after the killing of Hector, and they talked about Foggy and stuff, and a lot of that seems directly tied to like Fisk and Matt's dynamic of like Fisk versus vigilantes. Like the Muse aspects of these stories, of these episodes, feels the most tied to pre-overhaul, if that makes sense. You know, I don't know. But yeah, this episode was interesting. We had Muse letting Heather know that like she's his final art piece, and that there was going to be this like murder suicide thing that he did with her. And it's crazy because she has to get saved by Matt, and now her and Matt's dynamic is gonna be weird because I feel like subconsciously she knows, right? Like she has to know. That's one thing. That's one thing that like you kind of have to suspend your disbelief a little bit when you're watching these shows. Is like Matt, he doesn't attempt to change his voice at all. Like he's not. This isn't like Batman, where like during the day he's putting on this super charismatic rich guy voice, and then when he's Batman being like, I'm Batman. Right? Like it's literally just Matt being like, hey, I'm here. And then during the day he's talking to someone, he's like, don't worry. It's literally his same exact voice. He doesn't even attempt to change it. But it's just so funny. Like neither the Ayala girl or Heather seem to like remotely recognize that it's him when he's talking in the same whisper cadence to them. It's just funny. But again, it's just something that you kind of have to like just suspend your disbelief and like not focus on it too much, because in the grand scheme of things it doesn't matter that much. You know, it's like when Superman puts on glasses and becomes Clark Kent. Like, yeah, most people probably should recognize that that's Superman, but like, you know, when you don't really like consider like the possibility of that person being this person, it does kind of create like a somewhat impenetrable barrier. Like you don't even, it's like an alien possibility. Those two individuals are so far apart in your brain that you just like never put it together. But I think they should. Like I'm just begging them, recognize his voice, please. I thought she was gonna notice his cut, because you know they start off in the shower and she notices his bruises, and he distracts her with sex. He's like, don't worry about those bruises. Just, you know, I'm just going to make out with you in the shower. You know, focus on something else. But afterwards, she's like, what's going on with you? Like, something is happening. Like, she knows something is going on. She knows he's getting these bruises somewhere. I thought, because he got cut on the leg during the Muse fight, and maybe it just cut, like, his suit or his armor on his leg or something. I don't know. But I thought he was going to get cut, and then she was going to, like, notice that cut later on, because even when he like sat on her bed, he like positioned that same leg like real close to her. I thought she was gonna look down and see that like he's hurt or limping or something and put it together. But like she did remember that Daredevil said her name, so he knows who she is. But like theoretically, that I feel like that's the least like the least monumental hint, right? Because if Daredevil knows who Muse is going after, right? Like maybe he theoretically, say he, in this fake hypothetical, that he works for the police, and they did the facial recognition scan, which they did, and they realized who he's going after, right? He knows her full name in that case. When she's bleeding out, I don't think he's gonna necessarily be like, wake up, Dr. Glenn. Come on, Dr. Glenn. Like, he even if it was just the police that were there doing that, they're gonna try and use your first name, right? They're gonna be like, hey, Ben. Come on, Ben. Stay with me, Ben. Wake up. Like, they're not gonna, be like, I mean, maybe they might be like, Mr. Johnson. Come on, Mr. Johnson. I don't know. It depends, I guess, on the individual. But she seemed to be like, he knew my name. And it's like, well, yeah. Like, that's not that incriminating. I feel like the incriminating part would be like if she saw the same injury that he got during the fight. I don't know. But yeah, her and Matt's dynamic is very intriguing now because, she's yelling at Muse and she breaks from her therapist persona, right? When she's screaming at him, she's like, only a coward wears a mask. And it's like, okay, well, your boyfriend wears a mask. And, how is Matt going to deal with that dynamic of her, like, actively hating people that wear a mask when he does? How is that dynamic between maybe, like, her and Fisk going to work out? Because she's going to know that Fisk hates the mask people as well. Like, is she going to be on his side when it inevitably turns to Fisk versus Daredevil? Like, is she going to jump on Fisk's side of things and, to the detriment of Matt? It's possible. I know that there is a scene at some point of, like, a SWAT team, like, busting into Matt's apartment. So I assume that Fisk is going to do something. And that's from, like, the trailers. Like, that's not really, like, any huge spoiler, but I believe, one of the shots in the trailers has Frank and Matt fighting against police in Matt's apartment. So it's going to come to a head at some point. Fisk is pissed off that Matt is doing these things when he wants the credit, and he wants to settle some old grudges. Who knows? The conversation he had with Buck was very illuminating. Where Buck is like, hey man, you're the mayor now. Like, essentially being like, don't you think it's, this is beyond, you're beyond this? Like, you don't need to be doing this anymore? Like, you're bigger than old grudges? And Fisk hears those words and he's like, you're right, I am bigger. I have more resources. I can take him down. Like, before, I mean, he tried with Bullseye, right? Didn't he try? Because he hired Bullseye to, like, take out Matt and everyone Matt loves and essentially impersonate him and all these things, ruin Matt's life. And he's tried to, like, have regular people, like, beat up or kill Matt. But if he can get the entire police force to kill Matt, like, that might be, golden goose type thing for him, I don't think it would do well for his approval ratings if he just, like, murdered a vigilante, but who knows? It is what it is. But yeah, I am excited for the final 2 episodes, partly just because, like, the dynamics between all the characters keep building and keep getting a little bit more complicated. The waters get a little muddier as we go along, but also the final 2 episodes are, from what I've heard at least, mainly, like, post-overhaul team. So, like, the stuff that John Barenthal was like, this fucking rocks. Like, this is awesome. I'm glad they're back. Right? Like, they did away with the stuff that sucked. And they made new stuff that's good. So that's apparently the bulk of the final 2 episodes. So I'm pretty excited about that. Otherwise, it's just dope, like, seeing Matt in his suit more often, right? The first however many episodes, like, he stayed out of it, but last episode he was back in it. And then, this episode he's back in it. I have seen some like set photos of him in a black suit, so that's pretty dope. I think my favorite suit that we've ever gotten on the show is the original, like season 1 suit before he actually gets a suit. I freaking love the look of just like his all black like get up with the ropes around his arms. Like that was goated, like peak Daredevil costume in my opinion. I freaking love that, dude. So even if they can get a little bit closer to that with his new suit, if and when he gets a new suit, I don't know if he's getting that next episode or in the finale or next season, because I think that could have been like where it's from. It might have been them filming season 2. I don't know. I know Karen's back in season 2 because everyone is like, why the fuck would you leave Karen out of this? That's another thing. Pre and post overhaul. Like pre-overhaul, no Karen, no Foggy, no Frank. Post overhaul, Karen. Like, keep bringing her back. I love Deborah Ann Wall. She's fantastic, and she's an incredible actress. She's great, like D&D personality, and she's just like stunningly attractive. Like she's so hot. So anytime she's in anything, I'm there. But yeah. I liked this episode. It was pretty solid. Again, my least favorite of the season, but I still enjoyed it, which speaks highly of the season as a whole. So that's where I'm at with this one. Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm very curious to see how you feel. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to the final 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again, Season 1. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.